Increasing sales automatically depends on your value proposition. Every business has a value proposition. That value proposition could either be a product or service. If it is a product, that product must be satisfying a need. If it is services, that services must be providing solutions to problems. However, value proposition is not enough to guarantee automatic sales. What guarantees automatic sales is an irresistible value proposition. Take for instance, in a community that has 24 hours power supply, it will be more or less useless to be proposing generating sets to that community or proposing a charcoal iron to that community, because that community has no need for what you are proposing to them. So they are resistant to your product. Okay, so that makes that your product a bad one. Take for instance another instance, maybe in a Christian community, and you are profiling, let's say, a holy Quran to them, or vice versa. You see, that community now will be resistant to the value you are proposing to them. Mind you, that product is a value, but that value is now being proposed to wrong audience or wrong customers or wrong environment. The environment is resistant to your product. When that happens, it makes that your product becomes a bad product. So an irresistible value proposition must be a good product. A good product is the one that solves problem effectively and the one that satisfies needs. So that good product must be irresistible. It must be desirable. It must be something that the community want to buy. The community you design it for, they want to buy them. It must be feasible. Feasibility here means that that product must always be readily available. It must be accessible. Both the materials you need to design these products must be within your reach. It shouldn't be a one-time supply, okay? And that product too must be viable. Viability means that your expenses must not be more than your revenue. If this happens, you are going to have crisis with that product. That product must be something that you will have profit on it. If you're not having profit on your product, there is no how you will be able to sustain your business. Although it must be viable, then it also must wear an identity. An identity is something that differentiates you from your competitors. This is what will make your customers to be tracked. This is what will make the customers want to stick with you because they know you. So if you don't have an identity, they will assume that you are a random person. So they won't really have a track. You won't have a registered customer. Okay, so for you to have registered customers that will stick to your product must wear an identity. Once you fulfill all this trajectory, the next in line will be for you to communicate your product to your audience. It behoves you to give your customers your product knowledge. If you talk less of your product, people will not know more of your product. So you need to talk more of your product so that your customers can have full knowledge of your product. Having full knowledge of your product is what will make you have loyal customers. And once you have loyal customers, you are guaranteed to be having repeated sales. These are the things that guarantees automatic sales. If you fancy this video, like, comment, share. Let's build a robust business community together.